Now I'm giving the floor to Professor Vladislav Лекторский, the head of the organizing committee of the conference.
Dear President Professor Kalma, dear colleagues, let me to greet you, to greet all participants of the meeting and of the conference here in the building of the Institute of Philosophy of the Russian Academy of Sciences. It is a great honor for all Russian philosophers to receive such outstanding philosophers from different countries of the world here in this building. This building is situated in the historical part of Moscow, and many events happened in this district, and a lot of famous political leaders and persons of Russian culture lived and worked here in this district. It is situated, how you can, you could see this building is situated in the next to the Kremlin, next to the main cathedral of Russian Orthodox Church, next to the well-known Museum of the Fine Arts and other historical buildings. So at the Institute of Philosophy, as Professor Gusenov told you, has a long and very interesting academic history. And this building has a very interesting history also, because in this building, different persons, very interesting persons connected with Russian culture, lived and visited, beginning from our greatest poet Alexander Pushkin, including our great composer Piotr Tchaikovsky, and including such a famous Hungarian philosopher, Georg Lukács, who worked at the Institute of Philosophy before the Second World War, and for some time lived in this building together with his family. It's an interesting fact of his biography. So it is possible to tell about it very long, and I think that tomorrow we will have an opportunity to tell about it, about the history of the Institute of Philosophy of Russian Academy of Sciences, about its present state. So I will not tell now about it. But I would like to say some words about the subject of our conference, rationality and its limits. This subject is not something unusual for our philosophers, because the problem of rationality became one of the most debatable in our philosophy about 40 years ago, and a number of interesting books devoted to these problems, a lot of articles, several conferences and special symposia were devoted to this problem. And such famous philosopher of Russia as Professor Stolpin, Bereznov, Aftanomova, Gaidenka wrote special books devoted to the problem of rationality, and some interesting collection of articles with discussions between authors of different texts were published, have been published, in particular by the Institute of, by the Russian Institute of Philosophy. I can mention that this collection, such collections as one of them is called Rationality at Crossroads in 2 volumes, and another historical types of rationality. And now there is a revival of interest to this subject, because now it is, because earlier this problem of rationality was discussed by our philosophers, especially in connection with the problems of epistemology, philosophy of science, and philosophical interpretation of history of science also. But it became clear later that it is a problem of a more broad significance, and that it is necessary and important to discuss it in a broader cultural context, because this problem is closely connected with understanding of science, culture, and the human being itself also. So I would like to greet you, and I wish on behalf of the organizing committee of our meeting, I would like to wish our meeting to be successful.